Hi everybody, Ryan from Vortex Optics here. Today we're going to talk about how to mount a scope to your rifle. We selected the HST for this Remington 700 because it's geared towards longer range shooting. The HST and its exposed turrets and comprehensive reticle will help me out when I'm in the field. First things first, we're going to make sure that the rifle is clear of all ammunition and unsafe. Safety lever located here on the Remington. It is in the safe position. The action is open and a visual inspection shows us that there is no ammunition in the gun. A few tools that'll make this task a little easier. A driver handle, this one a T25. An adjustable torque wrench, like the Vortex adjustable, with an appropriate bit, also a T25. A series of levels for leveling your optic and your rifle. And in the case of the Viper HST, we'll also want a driver handle that's going to allow us to remove the turret cap. This one, a 2mm. First thing we're going to want to do is determine where we're going to put the rings on the rifle and install them. So as a general rule of thumb, we want to have a ring over each part of the rifle's action. We call these bridges or islands. So if we set our HST up here, we can see we would need a ring approximately here and a ring approximately here. Looking at the scope, we see that this would be an appropriate fit. We'll take a ring and we'll set it in place, not yet securing it, and do the same up front. It's critical that when you do get ready to secure the ring that you make sure it is pushed forward in the lug, especially if you're using something like a Picatinny rail. I won't completely secure the rings to the base yet because I may want to replace them, so snug is sufficient. At this point in time, we're ready to set the rifle scope in the rings. So we'll take the caps off, drop the optic in place, make sure that it moves fore and aft with little resistance, which it does. We can then set the caps back on and gently secure them. We won't want to snug them yet, but just tight enough to hold it in place. An important note, when you're setting up your eye relief, make sure that your magnification is turned to the highest power. When setting your rifle scope up for proper eye relief, it's important that the optic is set so you won't have to move your head fore and aft, and you get a full sight picture when at a natural hold position. Now that we've roughly determined where the optic should sit with our eye relief, we're ready to secure the rings to the base and begin to level and torque. We're going to take our adjustable torque wrench and we're going to bring it up to 50 inch-pounds, which is more than adequate to hold that ring on that base. Remember to apply incremental torque to the fasteners, not going all the way to the bottom right away, but going back and forth and making sure that they have a proper and even seating. And as these fasteners get tighter, you're going to start feeling more resistance. You're getting close to the end of the torque range. At that point, begin to snug these up and you'll feel your torque wrench pop, indicating that you've gotten to the appropriate torque. We're going to start by removing the turret cap, exposing the inner turret, providing us with as level a surface as possible relative to the reticle. We're also going to take our rifle level and affix it to the Picatinny rail. You'll begin by moving the rifle side to side to get it level, and then taking the level you're going to set on the turret, set at the top, tilting the optic until it too comes into level. A couple of light taps on the turrets, and we're square. We're ready to tighten the ring caps down. We're going to take our adjustable torque wrench and we're going to turn it to 18 inch-pounds. Just like we mentioned on the bottom ring screws, we want to make sure that the tops are tightened incrementally so that we have even pressure. A crisscross pattern when tightening them is important. And we want to make sure that the ring gaps are kept even between the two. Be sure to watch your bubble level to make sure that everything is staying square. Once everything's been tightened down, make sure you double check your levels, ensuring that the rifle is level with the scope. And it's that simple. Mounting a rifle scope is not an overly complicated or technical process. With the right tools, you can knock it out in about 5 minutes. Thanks again for taking the time to watch, and if you've got any other questions, feel free to reach out to us anytime by phone, email, website, or social media. Thanks again, Vortex Nation.